So we're back on the old 52 GMC. Last time we were up here, we did compression checks, and those numbers came back better than expected. So today, we're going to throw the spark plugs and wires back on it. We rebuilt the carburetor, and we've got an auxiliary fuel tank. We're going to give her some fuel and some spark and see if this old girl is ready to fire up. But ultimately, it's going to be up to her. So let's see what happens. We wanted to give ourselves a greatest chance of success on this thing. So we decided to tear the carburetor down, clean it out. Just going through everything you can see over here on this thing. It's pretty gunked up, lots of trash, bowl was dirty. So we're going to clean all that stuff up. I've got the main part over in the ultrasonic cleaner right now, and then this will go in there next. But just, you know, trying to give ourselves the best shot that we can to get this thing to start and run. All right, we've got the old Carter WA1 put back together. Did a good clean job, ultrasonic dip, and that is a key component that once we get it back on, you know where we're headed next.
Spark plug, just a little bit. All right, do it again.
How's that look?
Pretty good.
Oh yeah. Start to see the whites and the porcelain and stuff again, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Knock the rest of them out.
Yep.
Putting about a 26 to 28,000 gap on them. This is still a 6-volt system.
Not with the LS.
All right, get those 8 spark plugs put in.
8 spark plugs.
That's what I wanted on it.
8 spark plugs. All right. I got you.
You got me?
I got you. Brian, how many spark plugs do you got?
3.
Oh crap! I got 3. I got 3.
Yeah.
And he has 3. Well, that's not 8.
Well, you put in 3. Bryant's got to put in the other 3.
Yeah.
That way, if this thing don't start, I can't
It's
blame.
Brian's fault.
I can't blame just one person.
Okay, now. Okay.
All right, here comes Bryant on the last 3.
Put that pile in there.
These lights are pretty handy.
Those magnetic lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dude, we have beat these
Pick
things
the
up,
trash up out of it.
used them. The bad thing about them is sometimes you forget that they're stuck somewhere and you'll leave them behind, but man, they are handy. No cords.
And whenever we get ready to use it, they work just as good.
Is that last one?
No, there's another one, but
All right.
I just don't want to do that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, y'all get them run in. We'll go to plug wires and distributor cap and rotor next. Put them down till you just get snug. That's it. Go to that next one.
This is fun.
Okay. That'll be good enough. Roll that and over on the. Get some bread out and get it heated up, eh?
All right, Bryant, I'm gonna break away real quick because this happens to me every time I get up here and start trying to make progress on something.
I didn't cut this sucker.
And when I get
Oh yeah.
All right, Declan, y'all, I want y'all to both see this because you don't see this a lot anymore. Bryant, we're gonna change that rotor. So just reach down in there.
You just poke,
Oops, sorry.
pull it off.
Pull that rotor off. It's keyed. And that rotor right there
Yep.
will slide right on.
And I've already cleaned the points too down there. So.
You cleaned the points the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's on. Can't
All right.
tell.
It should just slide on.
All the way down?
Yep.
No, then it's not on there. Oh, that is. 1 second.
It'll stop.
Can't find it.
There you go.
It's finding that notch.
Oh, I
Yep.
got it.
You got it. Take it.
All right. That is how you
We
put
on
on
there?
I can't
a
tell.
new rotor.
I don't think.
All right, Declan, get that distributor cap on there, buddy. Distributor cap. Don't just look at me. Come on.
On there?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
No.
Well,
There
I
it
didn't know if you
goes.
wanted to put the wires on first.
All right, distributor cap going on where the sparks come. All right, so we're putting the spark plug wires on. We got 1, 5, 3. And then what was it, Bryant? 6, 2, 4? Okay. So there's 1, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3. It goes right there. And then we'll do 6, 2, 4.
Throw that stuff away.
Okay.
You hear it clip in there?
Get the 3M stuff.
Number 6.
Another bottle of this, definitely.
Number 2.
Yeah.
And 4.
No rubbing, no buffing.
Are we done, Bryant?
What does that mean?
No, we're not.
Oh,
Coil
That one sounds
wire.
better.
that's not important, I don't think.
Little trick question there for you.
I think
See
it's
if
just
that
an extra
3M's
part.
in there.
Just an extra
Was it
part.
Yeah, you get throw that away, I'm pretty sure.
Distributor, cap, rotor, plug wires, and spark plugs all back in. So electrical side is hooked back up, and we'll reroute those wires and stuff later. We just want to get this thing put together so that we can see if she's going to crank or
So
not.
you use this stuff.
All right, Bryant, you got that carb? All right. So let's go ahead. We got the gasket on there, fresh gasket, and freshly cleaned, somewhat rebuilt. We didn't go full rebuild on it. We want to see if this thing runs first. But you got that, and then you got 2 nuts right here. Yep. Yep. Only 2. One on this side, one on the other. But we've got electrical side done. We're going fuel side now. The air is present. So we got spark, we get fuel, we get air. Maybe it goes bang here in a little bit. That one. All right, he's gonna finish hooking that up. I'll get the auxiliary tank to deliver fuel, and we'll get in a little bit closer. All right, so we got this, Bryant, as an auxiliary fuel tank. It's a gravity feed, and this is the first time we're gonna use it, so we'll test it out and see, but it's just one of them things where you can use it to feed these old trucks. They usually have bad gas tanks, rusted out tanks, holes in them. And so I've got a barb fitting on there. We're gonna run gravity feed straight to the carburetor for getting them running, tuning them up here in the shop. So I'll get this filled up. We got our auxiliary tank hanging here. It's got a little ball valve here where you can keep it shut off. 1/4-inch hose comes down, plugs right in to my barb fitting. Right there, it ain't got to be perfect or pretty. It's on the first barb. And I'm gonna send it. Send it. Whoop. I guess it's got to be prettier than that though. Little leakage. All right, so here's the deal. I'm just going to do a quick once over. We got the electrical side done, distributor, rotor, spark plug wires, spark plugs are in. We just got the carburetor put on. I've got my auxiliary tank with fuel. We just come to here. Fuel is going. We snugged a few fittings up because we had a little gas leak, but we're good to go now. Dude, it is like moment of truth. This is what we've been working towards. He's got the battery hooked up. He just jumped out of the truck, but I think we are at that point. So Declan, go ahead, key on. Dude, are we good? Yeah. Key on and stomp the starter. Now look, I did want to say this. We wired this back up the way the old distributor cap was. So as long as they were right, we should be right. So we will see. No, throttle doesn't work. I got throttle out here. So hit it. What? Dude! Okay, why did it run away? Dude, it fired up! Fired up.
Dude, that's loud.
Okay, what was it?
You probably had the throttle wide open.
All right, go back in. Go back in. Dude, it fired. All right, I'm just snugging these bolts down here. Move one of these lights here. And by the way, these lights, we kind of talked about them a little bit earlier. They really have been a game changer for us. So I'm going to link them in the description. And also this little auxiliary tank that we just put on here. I'm just tightening up. We had a little leak. But man, this thing is awesome. So I'll link that. And if you're doing this kind of work and that can be helpful to you, click the link in the description. It did fire and it was going to run away, but it was because I had throttle wide open here. I've got the throttle closed now. I just checked down in here when I pumped the throttle. My pump is working. It's pumping fuel. So they're in there working out their little procedure, but I've got the throttle closed now and we're going to try this again. All right, we're ready out here when y'all are. I think so. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Why'd you kill it?
I thought you said no.
Hey, the damn light comes on the heater blower switch.
Are you
Come here and
serious?
look at this. Come.
Almost all my gauges work too.
Lean back.
Turn the key on.
Huh. The light on the heater switch in there is working.
Where?
The heater knob.
See the blower knob right there, Declan? To your right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Idle.
All right.
Ready?
Y'all hit it. Yeah. How's the oil pressure? That's not right. Yeah! This sucker's working. Oh, I got it. Look at that. Look at that. Just purring, my man.
How long has it been?
Yes, Brian. "50 years of setting up," and she fired right up. Fired right up. Huh? Dude, just idling. Just idling.
Wouldn't let it run too much longer. It's hot.
Declan, go ahead and kill it. So after 50 years, this thing fired up and she's running. Compression earned the next step. All we did was throw some spark and some fuel to it, and she did what she was supposed to do. Now, this is not going to be a full restoration. It's a revival, and today was a big step. It started, it ran, it idled, and in the next episode, we're going to do more than just let it idle. We're going to start working on things like brakes and safety and wiring and really getting this thing road ready. I may have a few things already ordered, some goodies that are coming that are going to really set this thing off too. So if you've been watching, following the GMC Revival, make sure you're subscribed because it only gets better from here. We're Back 40 Garage, where we fix things.